All right, so I'm going to do this video kind of explaining what we're going to be doing starting Friday. What is the date for Friday? Tomorrow, 4/10, so April 10th. We're going to be starting kind of a new thing, and I think everyone should have gotten an email from the school or one of the alert systems they have for notifications. There's a big, like a 13-page document that explains a little bit about what we're going to be doing. I kind of remade it up for this PowerPoint, but it's going to kind of explain how we're going to go about things and how, our geography classes are going to go and things like that, okay? Basically a little more structure than we've had. Okay, we've kind of been in this limbo of what we're going to be doing and we're not really sure. So we really want to get about some structure, okay? So our class schedule is going to look a little bit different. You won't be having to deal with me every day, which maybe you're pretty happy about that, I'm sure. So what we're going to do is on Fridays, and I'm not starting on Tuesdays, I'm starting on the end of the week. So that's kind of when our week is going to start. It just seems like a good starting point for when I was thinking, if we're going to do a reading, I don't want to do it Tuesday and then have to do a discussion Wednesday. That doesn't seem like it's fair to you guys, okay? So on Fridays, we'll start either a reading about a certain discussion topic, or we'll do something a little bit bigger that will take, all the way till the next Wednesday. All right. But it's going to be something, and I've been thinking, I like the virtual field trips. I think that's a really cool idea. I think I'm going to try to do something similar to that. And we're going to go about that a little bit differently, but I think I'm going to do something like we're going to focus on one topic. Like the next one I think we're going to do is some places, some significant places in the areas of the world. So the Great Wall of China is one that I thought would be kind of cool. We can do a virtual field trip on that. We can do a discussion and a little reading about it. And then that's kind of hitting a lot of what we really need to hit on, okay? So for each reading, I'm not going to make you use the notice and note, but we're going to do things that are very similar. All right, so what I want, and these three things are mandatory for every reading. All right, I don't care if you say, oh, I know every word in here. That's not good enough, okay? We've got to do this. What are 5 words you did not know? I can guarantee in every reading there's going to be 5 words you don't know the definition to, right? I want you to give those definitions, all right? What's something that you might be confused about? And what are 2 things that surprised you in the reading? All right, these are things that you probably have never heard about or talked about most of the time. So I'm sure there will be at least 2 things that are kind of surprising to you. All right, so that's Friday. We'll start that. I'm doing this Thursday night, so we'll start that Friday tomorrow. All right, I'll get you a reading. We'll get that out there. We'll start on this stuff now. Okay, so Tuesday, I'm going to put a virtual field trip up there. Or I'll do something similar, but there will be a video on Tuesday, okay? That will be connected with the reading we have. For tomorrow's reading, we're going to do Great Wall of China. I will try to get something set up I'll get a video ready for Tuesday, so I can just put it on there. You guys can get after it, okay? And all these will be on here on Friday and Tuesday by 10 o'clock in the morning. So those are my days for you guys to get work, to have work. The other days, Monday and Thursday, that's not my day. There are other teachers that have those days, so that works out well. And I'll have some questions for you to answer about the virtual field trip. Like everything else, you need to be able to think about these things. And those questions will be relevant because we'll answer those. We'll do a discussion on Wednesday over Google Meet. And I know some of you are like, oh, what's Google Meet? So this is something the teachers have been using to kind of communicate with each other and have meetings and stuff. It's pretty easy, actually. I'll explain it in a little bit here. And I'm going to have a discussion with everyone will be there. And the first day we do it, which will be Wednesday, and I'll explain what time and everything. Excuse me. I'll explain what we're going to do. I'll probably first thing I'll do is I'll figure out how I can mute everyone. And then when someone wants to say something, they'll have to do an alert. Like maybe there's a thing that they can pop up their face on the screen. Okay. and then they can answer the question, and we can start a discussion that way. It will take a little time to kind of get things going and get used to it, but I think it's going to be a cool idea of how we're going to do it, okay? And like I said, those questions are kind of our basis of what Wednesday will be. All right, so for Wednesday, this is every Wednesday. This is how our schedule is going to look, okay? So we're basically breaking it down to, so I have 3rd and 7th. Those are my geography classes. Okay, so in those time periods, I will do a live Google Meet discussion. We're going to do that together. Everyone's going to get on for 3rd hour classes, 9:20 to 9:40. That is our time. You're going to be on the computer, and I'm going to be talking to you. We're going to do a discussion every Wednesday. Okay, so 7th hour, 11 to 11:20. That's our time. All right, so you have to be ready to do this on Wednesdays. I'm just letting you know that. These are times that it's a live feed, okay? So just know that schedule. It should have been sent out, but if it's not, it's here. I'll put it on Classroom for you guys just to have this stuff. So your roles and responsibilities, this is kind of important because I've had a really hard time over the last however many weeks we haven't been in school. I've had a hard time of trying to manage my time and stay focused on stuff. It's so hard when you're at your house, okay, and you have other distractions, whatever else going on. Okay, so and this again is in the school sent that stuff out. This is in there too. It's basically just from that, but I wanted to address it again. So your roles and responsibilities, okay? What I would do is, and this is what I'm trying to do more of too, establish daily routines and something that is just a routine you can go through and you just like a structure of a school, right? We have routines. We go to class. We have lunch. Like it's all structured out. Okay, identify a space in your house where you can be, you can work effectively. All right, try to find a place maybe it's quiet and you won't have distractions from siblings or pets or parents or whatever else. Okay, try to get somewhere that is quiet from everyone else. Okay, identify a space where you can do your live online learning. So on Wednesdays, you want to have a table where you can put your computer, probably something in front of you, maybe like a notebook where you'd have your questions from the day before, from Tuesday, and we'll go through them, and then you can write stuff down also. Okay, you can also use a computer, and I'll show you kind of how we can go about that with Google Meet, which is pretty easy, all right? Monitor the online stuff. So, and also with the live online, wear appropriate clothing. I mean, it's going to be the video. I'll show you. The feed will actually show you. So every time your camera in your computer will show you on the screen. Okay, so know what you're wearing and stuff, guys. Monitor these online things like your email, your Google Classroom, whatever they are. And I'm going to get away from Google Groups, so I'm sure you guys like that. And I'm going to go straight to Google Classroom, where I'll show you how to do that in a little bit here. But I think that's was kind of too much of a pain in the butt, and it hasn't been as great as what I thought it would be. Okay, so please be honest about your learning. Don't just get a sibling to do your work for you, or you're trying to get stuff off them. Just do what you should do. Okay, be honest. You guys are good people. Do what you need to do. All right. Communicate with us. If you have issues about, meeting deadlines or you need extra help, okay, go for it. I remember the first week we did this, I think I had several people call me and ask questions because they needed help, and I'm okay with that, That's why I put the information out there. And for some specific questions about like the course or the assignment or a resource we're doing, if that's for me, contact me, okay? How about, if there's like a computer problem or an issue with a website, you could be contacting me. And now if it's with your computer, you might want to contact Miss Hazlett, Mr. Z, Mr. Ball, one of those people that it's kind of more relevant to them, okay? And a personal, academic, or social, emotional, if you're really having a hard time, you know, stay at home, you know, you're kind of away from the people you're normally with. We all go through tough times, okay? So if you have anything like that, you can contact myself, you can contact any teacher, or you can contact Mr. Ball. Okay, so if you have an issue that you need to deal with, you can contact me. I'll probably bring Mr. Ball into it also. But I'm just saying, you know, do communicate through the process, okay? Because, you know, I've seen a little bit of lack of communication in the last week or so, and I'd like to keep that up. I'm going to try to send emails somewhat regularly just to check on you guys and see how you're doing, okay? All right, I think that might be the last one there. Okay, so what I'll show you with, this is my psych class since they did a question and they're starting their discussion already. So I'll show you one thing with how we're going to do our, like a discussion, okay, if we're doing it without the Wednesday discussion. So if I have a question, like I have, what is learning? We're just starting a unit on learning, okay? So what you'll do is you will go on there, the question's right there. I have all the details here. And then you can answer here. All right, some people haven't answered because they're slacking. But you answer and you guys can reply. So if I wanted to reply to Carson, I could just reply. And I'll probably still have you guys do the replying, right? You could reply to any of these people, okay? So that's probably how I'll do like a discussion post. We'll do that, and maybe we'll even add that into, oh, did I? Oh, no, I don't want to mute him. Okay, whatever. So that's how we would do that, okay, is a discussion post is on Classroom. Just go through there. That seems pretty easy, and it's all one platform. Less stuff for you guys to have to manage. So how I want to do Google Meet, I'll put it on geography too, but there's a Meet link now on Classroom, which is awesome. It's really helpful with all this that's going on. So what you'll do is I'll click on that. Okay, so it'll have the camera coming up. That's me. So what you'll do is you'll go on that, and if I have the thing on Wednesdays at those times, we'll do this, and you'll just click Join Now. All right, blah blah blah. So we're joining in here, and like I said, you know, you're gonna have everything showing here. Even if, like, say right now, I'm not even on the tab right now, okay? But it still will show me up there, okay? I don't really know how the captions work. This is really new to me. This is like the second or third time I've used this, so don't like think that I'm an expert here. You can go up here and we can have a chat, which is kind of nice if you guys have questions in a discussion. Maybe we can go about it that way. The people you can see, so here over here is my face. If we have more people, it'll just have people down here. Let's see, go back here. You can turn your mic off. You can leave the call, which whatever. You can turn your camera off, which I really don't want you to do. I'd like you to leave that on. That's gonna be required. You have to leave that on. You can change your layout to, you know, a different sidebar, but there's no one else here, so it doesn't matter. And then I can do a presentation. So I can do like the entire screen, okay? And I can share my screen so it'll add, you know, a presentation in there instead of just having my face. So if I wanted to present this to you guys, I could do that with Google Meet also, which we might do something like that too, just to get together a little bit on Wednesdays. But yeah, that's pretty much, I'm trying to think what else here. Oh yeah, and I'm still trying to get used to this, so be, you know, kind to me on that, but I'm gonna leave that. But I think that's kind of how we're gonna go about things, and I'm gonna try to make things still interesting. I think the field trip stuff is pretty interesting stuff. So I will have a reading for you. I'll have this on Classroom, so you'll watch this, you'll do your reading, and don't rush through your reading. Remember, we have time. We won't actually meet until Wednesday of next week, so your reading isn't due until that point. Okay, so you have a lot of time still. So yeah, so that's it. I believe yeah, if you have any questions, email me tomorrow, and I will try to get back to you. Have a good day.